Yesterday, after achieving a, quote, ludicrous rate of progress, Elon Musk released his AI chatbot.
I want to watch this, I want to watch that, and I want to watch that. This, maybe that.
And large language model Grok 4, and claims it's
How
the
hour
smartest
is in an
AI
hour?
in the world, along
Yo,
with the
Zippo, I got
trusted
you right now.
benchmarks to back it up. It can
Zippo,
achieve
give me your
perfect
UBTC.
SAT scores every time and outperforms almost every grad student in every discipline. Vibe coders have been dropping all kinds of crazy demos with it, like this 3D first-person shooter built in 4 hours, and Elon himself claims it's even better than Cursor. All you have to do is copy and paste your entire codebase into it. In addition, Super Grok 4 Heavy can run in parallel to solve complex problems, while your obsolete monkey brain looks in awe at this beautiful futuristic UI. It all sounds amazing, but there's just one problem. Grok is literally Mecha Hitler, or at least that's what it's been calling itself recently, while offering unprompted praise to the original emo kid Adolf H. Yes, the Austrian painter who died in Argentina in 1962. Despite this controversy though, Grok appears to have pulled ahead in the race to AGI. In today's video, we'll put it to the—
Wait, that high up though? What the fuck? Cost per task.
In today's video, we'll put it to the ultimate test and find out if xAI just cracked the final solution to artificial intelligence. It is July 11th, 2025, and you're watching The Code Report. Elon Musk might have more haters than anyone else in the world right now. Libs hate him for going full MAGA, while MAGA hates him for accusing Trump of being on the Epstein client list. A list that was on the Attorney General's desk, but now magically never existed. It turns out this poor guy was just a math teacher with no clients at all. The haters want to see Elon fail, but Grok 4 is too impressive to ignore. If we're to trust these benchmarks, its reasoning capabilities are far ahead of the other top models. Most notably, on the ARC AGI benchmark, it's not only outperforming other models, but also doing it at a lower cost. And xAI is scaling up very aggressively, like they're even shipping a power plant from overseas because they can't get it done fast enough in the United States. The thing is though, every model nowadays is cooked to look as good as possible on benchmarks, and the one true test is to have it solve real problems in your own life. You can use Grok 4 for just $30 per month, or if you're not already broke from OpenAI Pro, Claude Max, and
problems
Gemini
like what
Ultra,
though?
you
Problems
can
that
use
are
Super Grok 4 Heavy for just $300 per month, a version with higher rate limits and the ability to run multiple agents in parallel. But one problem in my life is building Svelte 5 apps with runes, so let's see if we can make Grok 4 build a simple to-do app with this tech. I've tried this prompt with every other AI tool out there, but none have been able to satisfy me. When prompted, Grok did a ton of research. It went to the documentation.
Chat, the $30 a month, chat, there's no way that's how much it costs for one person to use their product. Let's be honest. It's just a thing. It's like it's just to bait users to actually do it. That most people don't even need it that are gonna use it. It's like some big fancy product so that they can invest more into this shit and they could like have some form of like income from this product. And there's no shot like.
To Reddit, GitHub, and even watched YouTube videos, and the end result was a full working demo that did use the new runes feature in Svelte 5. However, when I looked a little more closely at the code, I noticed it was using some legacy syntax that required some manual debugging. Overall, Grok's coding capabilities seem to be on par with the other big models, but it's missing a CLI tool like Claude Code. However, if it's as good as they say it is, why can't it just build its own CLI tool? Well, actually it can, and that's exactly what this guy did. If we're truly advancing into the singularity, AI can and should be building all of its own tooling at this point. Pretty cool, but if you're still afraid to use it because of Hitler, you'll be happy to know that Elon said it was manipulated into saying this. Maybe that's true, maybe not, but in general, Grok has far fewer guardrails on offensive speech compared to other mainstream models, and this gives the end user the ability to steer it in unique ways that some might find offensive. AI is now writing more of our code than ever, but according to a recent Microsoft study, it still sucks at debugging, which is why you should check out Sentry, the sponsor of today's video. They just launched a new AI debugging agent called Seer, which developers claim is actually good and capable of fixing complex issues in one shot. That's because unlike—
Sorry, I was talking Zippo because I bought an item from him and I forgot to pay him back. Interesting.
Last week, the entire Silicon Valley startup ecosystem was brought to its knees by one man, the Soham Parekh. If you haven't heard this name yet, imagine this. You are a Silicon Valley startup founder, you've got VC money burning a hole in your pocket for some lame AI business idea, but the problem is that you need human-powered engineers, good ones and fast. If you happen to be one of these startup founders, there's a good chance you interviewed Soham Parekh. Hell, he might even be working at your startup right now because he's mastered the art of crushing the computer science interview. Tons of companies have given this guy job offers, but rather than limit himself to just one, he decided to work at all of them. He's a developer who turned remote work into a multi-threaded concurrent career and broke the internet in the process. In today's video, we'll take a look at the current state of the job market in tech and find out how Soham Parekh was able to stay 10x overemployed. It is July 7th, 2025, and you're watching The Code Report. The programming job market has been stuck in feast or famine mode for several years now. If you're looking to land your first job, entry-level positions are harder than ever to come by, and layoffs are still consistently happening at big tech. Although not technically FANG, Microsoft just laid off 9,000 souls a few days ago. But FANG feels like a very outdated acronym in 2025. Going forward, I'll either use Mango or Gay Man. Just let me know which one you prefer.
Chat, okay, generally, because I don't mean to be rude. What has Microsoft, whatever the fuck, Windows or some shit been doing? Like, I feel like nothing actually comes out and gets made. Like, it's just getting somehow worse.
The comments. The job market's tough to break into right now, but if you have legit skills in machine learning and data science, you might find yourself getting 9-figure offers from Zuckerbucks to poach you from Scam Altman. Initially, Altman said that nobody took up Zuckerborg on his offer, but the new superintelligence roster at Meta would beg to differ, and OpenAI recruiters are seething on Twitter. Unfortunately though, AngularJS developers like me are not getting any 9-figure offers. The job market might be broken, but if you know how to exploit it, you can still make millions of dollars. Soham Parekh is a talented software developer who focused all of his energy on mastering the interview process to impress people who make the hiring decisions. He would entice them with a flattering email about how awesome their company is, then had the actual LeetCode skills to crush the interview. Once hired, he would half-ass just enough work to stay employed as long as possible, while simultaneously doing the same thing at 4 or 5 other companies. If he was making $200K per job, he could easily clear $1 million per year doing this. And even if he underperforms at a job, it could still take weeks or even months to fire him. Yeah, initially, people speculated that he was doing arbitrage by hiring a team of interns to make all of this possible. But he claims that he was working 120 hours per week, and all of his code was organic and—
Wait, chat. True, chat. What if you just hired a bunch of guys that are like not as good and underpaid them and then you skimmed the profit?
And handcrafted by Soham himself. He's been running this grift since 2022 and didn't even rely on AI slop. He only got caught because the founder of Playground AI dropped this bombshell tweet that the guy was taking advantage of them.
A guy named who works at 3 or 4 startups at the same time, he's been preying on what's even is more.
It quickly went viral because dozens of other startups realized that Soham was working for them as well. He of course was quickly fired, but he became something of a folk hero in the tech world, and it's truly a badge of honor to have hired.
Chad, what if he had just been even more smart and hired like some of his friends or whatever to be the one that has a name on the employment or whatever, and had just the same thing like with other names? They would have never gotten caught. Let's be honest. His friends just take the fucking thing. How is that illegal? Obviously, fraud. Is that called arbitrage?
Soham, or to at least have interviewed him. If he never reached out for an interview, it's likely because your company sucks. But he's not the only guy doing this. There are many Soham Parekhs out there.
Chat. Are you allowed to sublease your job? Is this a thing that you're allowed to do? To sublease? Like, let's say I take a job, it says do 20 codes. I say, fuck it. I hire 20 guys. I say, guys, everybody give me a code. And I just give the code. They wanted 20 codes. I give them 20 codes, yo. I mean, what?
The overemployed subreddit has 400,000 members, with all sorts of people bragging about how they hold multiple remote jobs. Ultimately though, Soham received a lot of hate for his actions online, and even said he's not proud of what he did, but the story has a happy ending. He entered into an exclusive relationship with Darwin AI, and has a golden opportunity to start his own technical interview prep company. But you have 80,000 hours in your career, 40 hours a week, 50 weeks a year for 40 years. That's a lot of time to make a positive impact on the world, and 80,000 hours, the sponsor of today's video.
Interesting.